Wilson just lost her mind after Nike launched a giant Caitlin Clark advertisement covering an entire hotel in Indianapolis. The establishment is absolutely scared because this proves who actually runs the league now. Wilson's reply tells you everything about the jealousy and hatred that's been simmering under the surface. This affects everything about the power structure.
That's going up on the JW.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it, yeah. It's pretty solid. Anytime you get on the JW in Indianapolis, like, that's a big deal.
So, here we are, guys, seeing what could be the most devastating reality check in WNBA history. Nike just unveiled a commercial and advertisement campaign for Caitlin Clark. That's so enormous, so over the top, so totally dominant that it's covering a whole hotel in Indianapolis. And the comments from select players like A'ja Wilson are telling us everything we need to know about the current condition of women's basketball. We are in for a spectacle. Let's start with what actually happened here. Nike chose to go all out for the WNBA All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis, and they made it perfectly apparent who they think is the actual star of this league. They didn't merely set up a billboard or air a TV advertisement, they essentially covered an entire hotel with Caitlin Clark's picture and logo. 30 floors high of pure Caitlin Clark power, right in the center of Indianapolis.
Starting at guard, 6 foot from West Des Moines, freshman year, player of the year, winner of the Stanley, Sullivan, Wade, Naismith, Wood, and several other last name awards. A 2-time All-American team, 3-time All-Conference first team, 3-time assist leader, 10-time won't miss leader, 2-time tournament most outstanding player, current even more outstanding player. Conference player of the year, player of the month, player of the week, player every minute, owner of the conference 3-point record, free throw record, triple-double record, the All-State Fair shooting record, the women's all-time NCAA leading scorer, your new all-time NCAA leading scorer, Caitlin Clark.
The advertisement itself is very fantastic. They have Clark tying up her new Kobe 5 prototype sneakers, and the tagline reads, "When Caitlin Clark laces her new Kobe 5 prototype pay, she steps into a new dimension. Noise fades away, focus hits, and all that's left is drive, dominate." The production value is through the roof. The messaging is powerful, and it places Clark right where she belongs, as the indisputable face of women's basketball. But here's where it gets very intriguing. The reaction from A'ja Wilson and other experienced WNBA players has been absolutely priceless. Wilson, who is supposed to be one of the league's finest players, is apparently going nuts about this whole campaign. And honestly, can you blame her for being upset? She's been grinding in this league for years, and now she gets to watch a second-year player get the kind of treatment she's probably dreamed about her entire career. The timing of this campaign couldn't be more perfect or more harsh. Here we are at All-Star Weekend, which is meant to be a celebration of the entire league. And Nike basically made it into a Caitlin Clark showcase. Everybody walking around Indianapolis this weekend is going to see that enormous hotel advertisement and know exactly who handles women's basketball.
If you guys haven't seen, like, it's actually just crazy. It's crazy, like 30 stories high. Like, this is absolutely mad. Like, floor is ours, from downtown is my town. Could you imagine if she didn't get voted as an all-star?
What makes this even more heartbreaking for players like Wilson is that this isn't just about one commercial or one marketing. This reflects a significant shift in how corporate America regards the WNBA. For years, the league struggled to gain any major sponsorship or marketing attention. Players were battling for scraps, hoping for even basic acknowledgement from huge corporations. Then Clark showed up and altered everything overnight. Nike didn't only give her a shoe deal. They gave her Kobe's signature line. They didn't merely run an advertisement, they took over an entire city block. This is the kind of marketing campaign that established athletes have been clamoring for throughout their whole careers. And Clark got it in her second season. Kobe's connection is very crucial here. When Nike opted to offer Clark access to the Kobe line, they were making a statement about her role in basketball history. The Mamba mentality isn't simply about basketball skills. It's about transcending the sport and becoming a cultural icon. By linking Clark with that legacy, Nike is effectively suggesting she's already reached that level. But let's speak about the business realities behind all of this. Nike isn't doing this enormous ad because they like Clark personally or because they want to be good to women's basketball. They're doing it because she's the only player in the WNBA who can shift the needle commercially. When Clark plays, viewership goes up. When she's hurt, ratings drop by 50%. That's not an opinion. That's measurable data that corporate leaders use to make judgments. The restricted release element of these sneakers is very telling. Only 13,000 pairs are apparently being distributed, which means they'll sell out in minutes. The resale market is already anticipating values of $400 to $500 for sneakers that retail at approximately $190. That's the kind of demand that no other WNBA player has ever generated. Wilson's displeasure probably isn't simply about the ad campaign itself, it's about what symbolizes for the future of the league. If Nike is willing to commit this type of money and attention to Clark, what does that say for everyone else? Are other players just going to become supporting characters in the Caitlin Clark show? The geographical relevance of this campaign is also worth highlighting. Indianapolis isn't just any city. It's Clark's backyard. She played collegiate basketball in Iowa, which is directly next door. This is her area, her fan base, her people. Nike has made the All-Star Weekend into a homecoming celebration for Clark, and everyone else is merely invited guests. The player vote situation that was discussed in the background information adds another aspect to the story. The fact that some gamers picked Clark 9th among guards demonstrates just how removed they are from reality. Here's a player who single-handedly salvaged their league from oblivion, and they're still trying to pretend she's not great. But Nike's campaign indicates that the corporate world isn't buying into that storyline. They see the data, they understand the impact, and they're willing to put real money behind the guy who actually matters. While players are playing politics and nursing their egos, corporations are making judgments based on cold, hard facts. The comparison to NBA All-Star treatment is particularly devastating for the WNBA establishment. For years, they've grumbled that their league doesn't get the same recognition or resources as men's basketball. Well, suddenly, they're getting NBA-level attention, but it's all focused on one player. That has to sting for veterans who recall when the entire league couldn't receive this kind of attention combined. The social media reaction to this campaign has been absolutely combustible. The commercial gained hundreds of thousands of views within hours, and the hotel promo is being shared across every network. This is organic viral marketing that money can't buy, and it's all centered around one individual. Wilson's stated reaction underscores the basic problem with the WNBA culture. Instead of celebrating the fact that their league is finally gaining mainstream attention and investment, some players are more concerned with making sure the attention is divided equitably. It's a participation trophy mindset in a professional sports league. The business lessons here are evident to anyone paying attention. When you have a generational talent who can single-handedly alter your industry, you construct everything around that individual. You don't bother about bruised feelings or equal treatment. You maximize the opportunity while you have it. The timing with All-Star Weekend is extremely good from a marketing perspective. This is when the league has its biggest audience and maximum interest. Instead of trying to promote everyone equally, Nike focused all their effort on the one person who genuinely changed the needle. It's sensible business, even if it hurts some sentiments. The quality of the commercial production is also worth noticing. This isn't some low-budget WNBA promotional video. This is movie-grade production with high-end cinematography, professional direction, and real money behind it. It's the kind of commercial you'd expect to see during the NBA Finals, not for a WNBA player. The cultural impact of this moment stretches beyond only basketball. When prominent firms invest thus substantially in female athletes, it affects perceptions about women's sports in general. Clark isn't simply succeeding for herself. She's opening opportunities for future generations. The competitive ramifications of this campaign are fascinating. Other players can gripe about the attention Clark receives, but they can't argue with the results. Her success is boosting the entire league, whether they want to accept it or not. The media coverage of this campaign has been extremely positive, which suggests that Clark has successfully crossed over into mainstream cultural importance. She's not simply a basketball story anymore, she's an entertainment and business tale. The historical backdrop of this time is vital to remember. The WNBA has struggled for relevancy and respect for over 2 decades. Now, they have a player who's getting care that rivals the top stars in any sport. The fact that some players are whining about the accomplishment rather than appreciating it illustrates how broken the league's culture has become. Nike just proved who actually runs women's basketball, and A.A. Wilson's reaction reveals the old guard isn't handling the shifting of the guard very well. This hotel advertisement is simply the beginning of Clark's business supremacy. If you want more analysis on how business is affecting sports, press the like button and subscribe for content. That follows the